Today we got a rather interesting fight. Groot versus Poison Ivy. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Groot is an extraterrestrial, sentient, tree-like creature, and the monarch of Planet X. He's a founding member of Star-Lord's Guardians of the Galaxy, and is known for his longtime friendship with Rocky Raccoon. Groot has superhuman strength due to his enormous size, and is usually used as the heavy assault trooper for the Guardians. Good old Groot has been able to stagger Guardian with a punch, destroy tanks or spaceships, and has actually landed several good punches on Thanos the Mad Titan at least twice. Although it didn't really put him down because it is Thanos after all. He's also very durable. Like Groot has been able to withstand several punches from Thanos, a blitz attack from Gladiator, and being tossed from orbit down to the planet. And then, just like we've seen in the movies, even if Groot's body is destroyed, a spring offshoot can regrow into the bigger body. Groot is also able to create and control multiple miniature clones, and has sent them out to attack enemies. He's also able to control and absorb all wood into himself in order to grow, and can manipulate an entire forest in order to create a wall. Groot is also able to grow in size from a bit taller to a human size of a building, or 1/10 the size of a ginormous skyscraper. He can actually grow from a small twig to his normal size very quickly, and grow multiple limbs in order to multitask. Finally, Groot actually has genius-level intelligence, and helped to build a machine that was called the relativistic feedback loop that could uncreate the reality of some cancerverse creatures. And they're going with Poison Ivy, a brilliant botanical biochemist. Pamela Isley is a fervent eco-terrorist out to save the world's plant life by any means necessary. She often finds herself at odds with Batman, though they have on occasion fought on the same side. After surviving being injected with exotic plant material, Poison Ivy's physiology was manipulated in subtle ways, and she grew to superhuman levels. She has the strength of 3 women, has far greater durability than the average human, and is unusually agile, even being able to effortlessly climb most anything. She also learned a limited style of martial arts, being able to handle herself well in a fight, even when she's not using her powers. However, in order to keep her superhuman physiology, Poison Ivy must be exposed to the sunlight, which she absorbs and converts into energy a lot like plants do. However, Ivy's greatest powers come from her ability to communicate with and control plant life. She has complete mental control over all forms of plant life, allowing her to animate them to attack and ensnare her opponents, and she's even been able to create new powerful plant hybrids for specific purposes. She has a very special relationship with plants, as she treats them like her children, and thus they respond to her every will and command. Her connection to the green world is even so strong that it's said to be on par with supernatural beings like Swamp Thing. Then, after her death and rebirth, Ivy's command over plant life has increased, to the point where she can literally grow animated giant plants from little seedlings in seconds. She's even able to channel her consciousness into plant material, growing and animating it into a formidable plant avatar under her control. For instance, she captured and interrogated Zatanna in her own home by growing a plant avatar from the cut roses inside the house. Poison Ivy's very touch can poison a human if she so chooses, and she can also use her pheromones to easily mesmerize and manipulate people. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, starting out in an actual fight, in a hand-to-hand fight, Groot wins every single time. Every single time. The guy has struck Thanos before, injured Gladiator, destroyed spaceships, and held up skyscrapers. He's arguably on the same strength level as someone like the Hulk, and will just instantly smash Poison Ivy. I mean, yes, she's more durable than the average person, but she's nowhere near durable enough to stand up to attacks from someone like Groot. At the very best, she could create vines that could momentarily restrain him, but he'll break through those. That's really just delaying the inevitable. But that's not what makes this an interesting fight, because Poison Ivy isn't a physical threat, but a mental one, especially against a being like Groot. So there are 3 questions that we need to answer, and they'll reveal who actually wins this fight. 1. Is Groot actually a tree or a plant? 2. If he is, can Poison Ivy control extraterrestrial plant life? And 3. Can Poison Ivy control a sentient plant, especially a plant that is fighting back against her the whole time? So let's get started. Now, Groot has been constantly referred to as a tree-like being. But what does this really mean? Is he actually a sentient plant, or simply an alien that looks and acts like a tree? Well, Groot is an alien, being the monarch of Planet X, and the leader of an alien race known as Floral Colossus, although it's thought that his species are extinct. However, while he is an alien, he has the appearance of an Earth-like tree, and that should mean that he functions a lot like an Earth-like tree, meaning that Poison Ivy can possibly control him, simply for the fact that he's similar to Earth trees. But there have got to be differences between Groot and Earth trees, no matter how big or small they might be, and so it raises the second question. Can Poison Ivy control extraterrestrial plants? Well, that's an easy one. Yes, she definitely can. You see, Poison Ivy's powers work all because of her connection to the green, which is an elemental force that connects all plant life. And for what we've seen, the green isn't just limited to terrestrial life, but all plant life. Poison Ivy is also exceptionally gifted with using and manipulating the green, as her connection to it is almost as strong as someone like Swamp Thing. So Groot is a plant, or at least plant-like, and Poison Ivy can manipulate alien plants. So does that mean that Ivy can manipulate and control Groot? Well, to figure that out, there's still one question we'll have left to answer. Can Poison Ivy control a sentient plant, something that's fighting back against her the whole time? Well, yeah, as she's kinda done it before. Ivy killed an Austerian, which is a sentient alien plant with a kiss, and was able to manipulate the perennial just fine, which are human plants. Groot's also been shown he can be manipulated by plant controllers before, as he was manipulated by Mantis. And yes, he was letting her do it, but the point is that plant controllers can manipulate his body. And there's also her pheromones, which have controlled Superboy and even Superman before, although she did have the help of Kryptonite for that last one. And since Groot is a sentient being, and a male at that, it's possible these pheromones can control him as well. At the end of the day, sometimes fights really can be this simple. Groot is a plant, and Poison Ivy can control plants. Poison Ivy wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just one every single weekday. And I'll see you next time.